Hello, I'm doing this little impromptu live stream because my stickers arrived. The first set of stickers did, and we had been doing a couple of design live streams, um, working on these stickers and another set of stickers that I designed called Fairies and Fuchsia. This one was called Thinking of Summer, and it was shepherds, shepherdesses, and flocks of sheep, cows, and I threw in a few cats because I like cats. So, yeah, you don't know how your first design is going to look until it comes back. So I'm happy because the only thing I wasn't kind of 100% sure of was the exact size of the stickers in relation to the bullet journal. And the bullet journal and the stickers. The bullet journal is kind of a standard size because I had bullet journals before that were ones that I bought, and this bullet journal that I got printed up, it's exactly the same size. So I'm sure you can get them in different sizes, but I wanted my um, bullet journal stickers, to fit that size. And I wanted them to fit a size that somebody would use any kind of a journal with, whether it be like a diary journal or what you call a commonplace journal, which I hadn't heard that name before, but it turns out I use them. They're journals that you take notes on various things in. And I thought this would be an interesting live stream to do, not from the point of design, but just as a postscript kind of, since we're talking about writing, to the design, to show you how the thing actually looks, right? So it came back on glossy paper. This was from the company Printful, but there are various print on demand companies online, right? That as an artist, you have an option to work with. And print on demand means that if somebody orders something from them, they don't have to order like 200 or 500 at a time. Used to be that you used to have to order a fairly large run of something, say you were making postcards or something, um, which used to be one of the commonest things that artists used to do, postcards for their work. So if you were having an exhibition or something, you might sell postcards as well, or you might have them as your invite, or you might have them for publicity for the show or something. But you used to have to order those in fairly large run. So you used to get artists kind of banding together and trying to pay for these things together to get, the printer to take them on. But this is much better system because there's very little wastage on it. You're not ordering huge amounts of things. You're ordering things just as you need them, really. So I was able to order one of these as a test thing. And um, I'm going to test them out on the bullet journal today. So I couldn't resist doing a little bit of journaling. And I thought, yeah, okay, I'll start off, even though I have a bullet journal going at the moment, I'll start off a new one. And it'll be a bullet journal that I have sort of my design work in. Now I know it'll go more all over the place because what I tend to use bullet journals for are keeping track of tasks that I do every day, no matter what the tasks are. And I don't want to look at 4 or 5 different journals for that. But for the first page of my journal, I'm going to use these stickers because I thought, I should have ordered 2 sheets really, because to keep one intact as an example, one to show, and then to try one out. But then I thought, no, I'll try them out in situ and then I'll have an example sheet to show people when I'm talking about stickers again and I want to show an example of what I'm talking about. I'll show you that sheet in my bullet journal. So that's what we're going to do. And we get it lets us test out the paper as well because I don't know what the paper can do. It's a thicker paper. Then it's quite a thick paper. I don't know how many grams it is. It doesn't say. Um, So it's a thicker paper than the one I was using, but I don't know what the tooth is like on it. And the other thing I got delivered today was this um, sepia India ink, which I've never used that before. either the brand or sepia color in India ink. So I'm very keen to try that out. So, but I don't have to work on this paper. I haven't used India ink in any bullet journals really before, um, and they're not kind of sketch pad quality. That's not what they're for. They're not sketch pads, you know. They're note taking things, and as you can see here, they've got dotted paper. I don't know if you can see actually. They've got dotted paper on them, and the reason they have dotted paper is so that you're not confined by lines to have things in particular places. You can kind of plan the way the page looks yourself, and as an artist, I love that. So that's what we're doing today. I'll just put these are the sort of matchy postcards for the theme of thinking of summer. Um, I brought out several things in the series, you see, in my Etsy shop, Donna Emerald Art. And the idea is that each little series, if you like, of design things, I'm doing a little series of things at the moment that are, uh, I think of them as collectibles, right? And stickers are typically something that are collectibles. So if again I return to this pastoral theme, it might be in the same range and it might be collectible. So there could be another one thinking of autumn, for example, and that could be another sticker set you get, but it should kind of coordinate with this thinking of summer sticker set so that somebody using it in journals or notebooks or inside books or whatever feels that there's a theme going on, that's a unified theme. So that's a very designy type thing to do, you know. Um, so it comes on this glossy paper, and it occurred to me that this background, because I didn't know how this worked. This is my first sticker set. No, I didn't really know how it worked on this one till I saw the test order arrive back. Now I realize that this background actually, I could have used that more effectively to offer the customer even more value because what the way these work, right? We'll take off the first one. Okay, big moment. Sorry about my thumb. I was cutting some brown bread to toast and I cut my finger as well. Ooh. So these are on kind of Avery sticker sheets. And I have peeled off the biggest sticker. Oh my God, they're really sticky. I had that knot straight, so when it goes down really sticky. That's good. I want something really sticky. Straight lines, I'm not great on. There. So that's kind of the main sticker, right? So I thought of these stickers as being main titles, slightly smaller stickers. I have one of the same here. Subheading, right? That's a heading, sort of a huge heading, important heading in a notebook. Subheading and bullet point size, right? So I have three sizes in the sticker. But it occurred to me that this background here, that's all on sticky stuff as well. So I could have actually designed the background that, if I can find them, I'll show you exactly what I mean. I'm not sure I remember these little sticker sets I have. I'm not talking in the back pocket of this. I do. You see, I have all sorts of little sticker things and notebooks and everything. Notebooks for everything. So here's a sticker sheet, right? And what I could have done was I could have made on the background all sorts of tiny bullet points, this kind of size bullet points of hearts or whatever suits the theme or check marks. And I would have liked check marks in, a little box. I'm going to start writing on this actually. You see, that kind of thing. Um, and that would signify that a task is done. And this is a to-do list, you see. So I could have put in stickers that are done stickers and had like three or four of those because that's how bullet points work, isn't it? So all you do then, in theory, is you're peeling off these guys and you're using them as your done bullet points. And I would have also included a little these kind of something along this line or a happy face or something like that, whatever goes with the theme that is, or maybe even just a blank square in white or, coordinating color that is a to do status, you see. Um, and I could have fitted some of them in on the sheet. uh, the thing is that there were constraints on the sheet. You could have 5 layers on your design. Now, in different companies, they'd have different constraints, but they have a little drag and drop design template, and I was allowed to have 5 layers on this and a background layer. So on the background layer, if the customer is, you know, understands that they're cutting something out themselves, um, you've got all that sticky space that you could have put little tiny bullet points that size in on, and the customer gets loads and loads of little bullet points. And that size bullet thing is very handy as well. So I might keep that in mind for the next stickers I design. You see, the thing is, you want the sticker sheet to look very nice as well. You don't want it to look too busy, so you have to be very careful how you design them. The name of the sticker sheet, I left that in as a sticker because thinking of summer is a little sticker that I thought um, anybody would like to use that, because no matter what time of year it is, it's a happy little phrase, isn't it? That, just makes you feel good about using it. Now, I suppose I could talk about styles that people use in bullet journals if you want to know about this. There's so many people doing very good journaling online and showing you how to do good journaling. But basically, there's a few ways to go about it. Some people like writing things very um, plain, right, in capitals. And this is very easy to do, isn't it? So you can write little small headings or make them any size you want. And obviously, mine is about designing my stickers. So that heading is stickers. But if it was a daily journal or a planner or something, that would be the day of the week, wouldn't it? And maybe the date somewhere as well. So this subheading implies the most important thing. So um, I'm going to write this describe how I designed this sheet on this page, right? So I'm going to write as my main heading, I'm going to write main sticker. And I'm going to use, if I can, copperplate writing for this, okay? Because a lot of people use copperplate calligraphy in their journals. And I'm going to use what's called a faux copperplate because I'm not using this pen yet for it, calligraphy pen. I'm using an ordinary pen. So faux just means fake or pretend, doesn't it? So I'm going to write a capital M. And I have a nice, if anybody wants this, I can link it up. Well, I might put in comments afterwards. Um, I can't put it in the chat at the moment because I can't go and find it on my phone when I'm filming. but it's copperplate capital letters I'm looking up because the capital letters and the other letters can look a little bit different. So I am only in the poor place for copperplate calligraphy compared to some people because some people are amazing. And the idea is when you go up in copperplate calligraphy, you're doing a thin line, and when you come down, you're doing a thicker line. And in faux calligraphy, you do the line the way it would have been made with this sort of a pen. So it's thicker in the middle. So with those calligraphy pens, you apply more pressure at some points coming down and then take the pressure off to tail off the letter. And it's so enjoyable to do. But you can fake it with any sort of a pen or a pencil. And that's kind of handy when you're learning the alphabet in copperplate calligraphy. So how else does my M go? It comes back up here and back down. So obviously this copperplate, it can be a little bit slow to do, but a lot of people find that nice because what happens is when you think about it, um, when you're doing tasks and things, right? You've a to-do list, say, right? And you write it out in your journal. You want to think about the tasks a little bit, don't you? How you're going to perform each task, how great you're going to be doing it. You know, pump yourself up a little bit about the task. So, you want to make this look as nice as you can. So these are basically all the downstrokes that I'm doing my faux or fake calligraphy on. So main stickers I want a capital X. Um, so yeah, you're it's um part of the reason it's so enjoyable doing it this way is that you're thinking about the tasks and it's very calming and relaxing and you're not getting hassled about the tasks you have to do. On the downside, it's taking you longer to do it. If you want to do quicker notes, you'd be sticking with that kind of style. And a lot of people are very successful with that because what they do is they would bring in colour and things with pens, you see, and they have different sections. So, say typically students in college or something like that, they might have different study sections that they concentrate in on, and they might have deadlines for exams and things, and different study schedules for different topics. So, they might do them in different colours, the different sections. And they find it very handy to find again. And the thing with these journals is you tend to keep them for even if you're somebody who, like me, I'm doing what's called Swedish death cleaning at the moment, which sounds awful, but I'm loving it because unless you think you're going to die tomorrow, you feel you can take your time cleaning the house. And I'm throwing out anything that I don't think is essential, but stuff like old notebooks and diaries, I'm throwing them out if they're more than 3 or 4 years old and only keeping the ones I really like. Like I have my first ever meditation diary and it's very pretty and it has some very good notes in it. So I'm keeping that one. Um, but so 3 years time, I might want to look back and see what design projects I was working on and what tasks I was doing and everything. And it'll be very visual this because I'll have all my stickers and everything in it. I'll hold back on putting a lot of drawings and things in it because I want most of my drawings to happen in my sketchbooks, to be honest with you. I don't want to sort of waste all of my creativity on the notebook. But for somebody like me who doesn't like to do business type things and prefers to be doing arty things, uh, these are great because they turn something that's a business activity, planning your day, business planner type thing, tasks to do and everything, into a fun, more artistic thing. So it makes it seem not as horrendous getting through tasks that are business tasks. So, say, for example, on this I had written, do tax today. You can imagine how if you're writing that out in copper plate calligraphy and you have a cute sticker of a cat getting the cream beside that, suddenly it doesn't seem so bad. And there is a thing when you, with these journals, the to do and the done lists are very good if you make those because you can write a to do and then keep going back during the day. I did this when I was on was doing a marketing diploma recently, a second one actually, and I had a lot of study for it. And I had a big to do list because I was trying to organize that and other things in my life. So every day I had this to do list, and I kept going back during the day and doing my bulleting thing. Done, 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 done. And I was doing it with color rather than because I wasn't crazy about these stickers particularly. Um, I was using a few of these, but you can see there aren't very many of them used. That's why I'm really glad that I got the test sheet of my own stickers, you know. And in fact, these companies, they probably sell a lot of their stuff to the people who design them, mostly. Because, like, you're going to love your own stuff, aren't you? You're not going to like other people's stuff as much, maybe. Okay, so, yeah, it makes all the really horrible stuff just nicer. So I'll carry on with my faux calligraphy here. Try not to spell anything wrong. Be a good idea. I forget how to do the K. Takes a lot of practice to be good at this. Some people are fantastic to get the slope the same and size the letters the same and all that takes a little bit. But you can see how that would stand out an awful lot more than just your ordinary writing the same size all the way down. So we're getting to test out the stickers. Now there's another little thing. You can use your stickers, right? Like a reward system, right? Say I had all three of these done, done, done. Uh, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to come along and reward myself with a sticker for doing the three items in that set. And I have some sort of hairs stuck under this. You see some people who do these things, they've all sorts of little tweezers and everything for handling all their stickers. I keep getting hairs because I have this picking up here. So when I've done three tasks, right, they could be three study tasks, they could be something horrible like housework, or I'm doing, I'm finding that a bit better these days with my Swedish death cleaning approach. And I'm saying, oh, like loads of times to do that before I die. Optimist. Um, but when I've got those done, I could reward myself with the sticker. So I want a cat sticker as a reward, right? So some of these stickers, right, because I had only 5 design templates to work with, some of these stickers have to be cut out because these are 3 in 1 sticker. Now, by the time I got to designing the fairy stickers, I designed them differently, and you don't have to do this with any of them. But with these ones, some of them you do cut out. And actually, in my Etsy ad for this in my shop, I made a little graphic showing that you can cut them out. So basically, when you're cutting them out, you can make them to the size you want for your page. So you can make them fit into quite small bits if you want. You could leave the 3 on the page. But this is why I thought that might be nice to use that background for extra bullety things as well. Because You cut them out as you need them then. And this is the way you used to always do scraps. When I was a kid, you used to always have to cut them out. So this is a cat. This tiny little one is a cat that has stolen the cream. All the cats in this particular set of stickers are stealing the cream. That's based on an actual joke that I have. I must show it to you actually, because I'm just dossing around today having fun. That's what journaling is about, you see. It's about making tasks that could be quite boring and anxiety creating. I only discovered journaling a year or two ago. This kind of journaling. Now I'm not going to tilt this because there's water in it, but it's based on that jug. That's my jug for water. All right, so let me see if I can how easy the back comes off this when I cut it out. So what I'm doing here is actually a kind of a test of my product as well, uh, which as a designer you should be doing. Okay, so they're not that hard to get the backing off. Like obviously that one you just did that with the page. This one you have to kind of separate it manually, but it wasn't hard to do. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Got my cat licking the cream, and I'm calling him. That's a main sticker. I do a lot of arrows in my bullet journals because I don't know, they're very active. It's a very active shape, and it makes me feel um like I'm going to definitely do the task, that I will be able to complete the task. The other thing I was doing was um using a lot of color, but in this bullet journal, this isn't going to be a mad colorful page because the idea of the design of this one was that it was old-fashioned sepia-y kind of color, right? So the ink that I got delivered today I'm actually going to be using it for drawing, and I'm going to go out on an expedition and probably do a short video for you as testing out that ink properly. But I'm doing pen and washes, and some of these, the way these were done, they're actually done in a pen and wash style. So, but I will have one other new item of kit to test out when I'm doing that as well, hopefully. And I'm not going to tell you what that item is because it's just so exciting that I want it to be a big surprise. And I'm just going to test out some of the ink now. But it should be a huge upgrade to my art materials, generally speaking. And I'm just ridiculously excited about it. So you'll have to wait to find out. I made myself a homemade funnel for this testing the ink. I could just go in and out of the bottle there, but I actually like this yolk. And I found the top for it recently. Isn't that cool? It's for some food item. I think it's a garlic keeper or something. So yeah, I'm gonna test out this ink. I don't know if it'll work on this page at all because, as I say, if a page has tooth to it, things don't work that well. I'm going to test it out on this little arrow here. So I don't necessarily think it's going to work. And as I say, I don't normally use inks in my bullet journals, but we're doing a full test here of the materials. So you see how used pure this brown India ink is quite dark. I need a little pointy, fairly pointy brush. So we're just seeing what way whether the tooth in the page, whether the paper is too soft to do this with, or it actually handled that fine. So I could use India ink on it, I think. I'll try writing something in the India ink. It's a beautiful colour, that brown, though, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to doing that test, but I think I'd like to wait for the other bit of studio kit to arrive and use them in conjunction with each other. So that's, a really exciting thing for me that I'm. Oh, I can't wait to share that one with you. There's another thing I'm kind of wondering about sharing with you. I don't know whether to share it or not. And if you want me to share it, tell me, oh yes, we want you to share that one. Um, but I'm not sure if you're into it because there was no painting or drawing involved in it. I'm having a fairy party. Don't laugh. I'm having a fairy party on the 21st at twilight and later, because fairies can stay up late on this particular day, on the 21st, hopefully, of the month. It should be on the calendars, it's usually the 24th for midsummer. But it's midsummer is actually kind of the 20, more like the 21st. So if I get the weather and it's not all summer showers like it is today, I'll be getting any sort of camping lights or fairy lights that I have and bringing them out to the garden and having. I have been saving up material for a bonfire garden. Bits of ivy and other waste wood that I've chopped things back and dried it out and everything. And I'm going to burn it on that night and have a little um, garden bonfire in my little fire pit thing and toast marshmallows. We might see fairies. So I don't know if you're into it. I don't know if I can even film it. But, tell me if you would be into it. But there's no art in it. And it would probably not be something the guys be into. I don't know. I don't know. And the guys are probably sick of bullet journals and fairies and things. But the guys watching my channel will really enjoy the bit of kit, the surprise bit of kit that I got. So don't worry that I'm going to be all fairies and botanical art for the rest of foreseeable future. No, 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 because I'm not that kind of woman. I'm not just about fairies. Okay, so yeah, it actually does handle that. I can't believe it. So yeah, you can water that down as well, and that's part of the reason I like putting it in a. I like putting it in a little separate thing, so I'm not getting water in the original ink. And this is an oblique calligraphy pen. You don't have to do this to do journaling. Any of your favorite pens, are really the way to go, aren't they? But it does make it extra special. And I have the fairy stickers ordered. So I don't know, they'd be another week or so, I'd say, arrive. But I like a good old test. I often do this in my journals, do little cloudy shapes on things. You see, this is it. You get more inventive as you go, and the page can end up looking very inventive, but it usually ends up looking very organized because when you're thinking your way through a page and drawing or painting it out, I'm really happy with the way the paper is handling that. I don't think it would handle that. It's not gone through or anything, but it's not even buckled. Gets the thick paper helping. So yeah, nice. I could do the whole thing in calligraphy style if I wanted to. So main stickers. What else will I put in? I'm so pleased to have stickers. This is the thing. I'm just so excited about it. So we'll have another main sticker, will we? So this is another case where I have to cut something out, and um, I'll sort of end later. I'll show you what I mean about making bullet points. from the background. So when you're doing a design, you're tweaking, aren't you? If you're a designer, you get a chance to tweak your design, and then you decide, okay, am I going to utilize that in another design, or am I going to take this design down and redesign it and put it up again. Now, I'm happy enough with the way this design came out. I think, considering it was my first go at a sticker, it came out looking very attractive. And for me, the utility of it is good because it does what I want it to do. So that's kind of a main sticker as well, even though it's slightly smaller. And so is this one of the shepherd, and he's given this sheep, he's got the sheep on his back, and he's given him a haircut with big scissors. That even goes with my having to cut them out theme, doesn't it? But I'm sort of thinking it's absolutely lashing rain out there. So I'm thinking when somebody's sitting around in the winter and it's lashing rain and miserable out, how happy would this make you? Filling in your notebooks with these stickers, or sticking them on a book page or something, whatever. The fairy stickers, I thought of that more. Okay, I'm going to try a proper calligraphy here. I thought of that more with the fairy stickers, because the fairy stickers, I decided I wanted them to look like a what you'd call a frontispiece in a book, which is in the old days when you got a book, you got gifted a book or something, you'd put your name on the inside of it, and you had a scrap, basically, a sticker, basically, that didn't have any sticky stuff on it in the old days. And it said this book belongs to, and you stuck that in with whatever sort of glue you made up yourself. So I wanted my fairy stickers to look like frontispieces in books, and then they were going to have matching bullet points with them to mark things in journals and everything. But I thought, then it occurred to me, I made little fuchsia for those bullet points, but it occurred to me that, well, actually, because it looks like a book frontispiece, that they could be um, good for using in books. Say you have a favorite poetry book or something, and you have a favorite poem in that book, or a favorite 3 or 4 poems. You take one of the little fuchsia bullet points and you stick it up on the corner of the page that poem is on, or on the beside the few lines of the poem in the margin, the way people used to write margin notes and everything. Um, so that was kind of the functionality of them was very slightly different from these. These are not necessarily with that in mind. I guess they could be used for that, but when you're designing, you're thinking of the utility of the thing. Haven't done this for a while. Ooh. And anybody who's good at this is saying, oh my God, she's still looks nice though. And it's actually, I can't believe it's handling that so well, because you do have to push a bit with these pens, and it's happy enough with it. So this is more a sub section sticker. But you can see subheading we call it. We can see how, as an artist, I enjoy using these books. And, everybody finds their own way to use them, you see. So there's no kind of set rules for how you have to use them. But for me, having images on a notebook page is just happy time. Woohoo! Some people are really good at those curly cues, and you can learn to do all sorts. So I'm going to do a few sub stickers here. So obviously, like my theme of this page is the stickers. I'm using the stickers, but it's a test of the stickers as well. So I need a subheading sticker. I'm going to have these sheep here. I love these sheep. That's like my favorite sticker. I think it's a whole lot. I enjoy doing them all, but they'll come off as three if I want to just, undo them like that, but I don't want to keep them together. And as I say, this works differently to the other sticker sheet. But let's say, just as from the point of view of design, uh, let's say I go back into getting mad into more sheep and cows and everything. I can make more sticker sets and have another sheet that coordinates with this sheet as a kind of a collectible, you see. Isn't that so cute? It's so cute. I absolutely love it. I'm going to do something here. Hang on. I look like I'm just dossing. I'm not really. This is my work. So, aren't I lucky? This is what I work at. I don't want to put in too many drawings because this is a page to show the stickers, really. So I don't want to imply that this stuff is part of the stickers, but I can't resist doing a bit of drawing because I'm going to have the milkmaid coming down the road. Isn't that brown ink? Yummy. You see, I could do brown watercolor when I'm going out, but to mix up a nice sepia brown takes a few colors in the watercolor. And I like the idea of just bringing a little tiny ink bottle with me and doing it in ink. So where's my milkmaid? I want her going up to the sheep, you see. So I mean, somebody buying these stickers, they might think of the thing of, oh, this background looks useful, but they mightn't, you see. And I think if I had some sort of a light pattern on them, it would uh, it would kind of show how you can use bullet pointy things, and the sort of things that I'm thinking about, size that I'm thinking about for these is, I'm so terrible at cutting things straight, but maybe little squares, and I don't know about circles because the person has to cut it out themselves just because of the design limitations on this and having 5 layers and everything. And I suppose there is a way of doing it in the design, but I'm being a bit lazy about the design because I don't like spending hours messing around in Photoshop or GIMP, moving things around and getting things right by millimeters and all this. It doesn't appeal to me. Makes me want to, makes me lose the will to live. So you see this kind of thing? So they function well as bullet points. And a lot of people buy sheets that are like rolls, like washi tape, which is actually this stuff I have on my finger at the moment. These rolls, they buy rolls of those with just dots on them in different pastel colors are very popular at the moment, in different pastel colors that coordinate with the notes that they're doing. Well, how nice to be able to use the background color in your stickers as well. If people are prepared to cut these things out, I don't see why they wouldn't be. You know, if you're sort of telling them that they're cuttable outable. So if I had just a little white edge square there for things, um, you'd have nice shaped things. So I like that idea. And I'm glad to see in my little experiment here that it comes off the background very easily. So say you had a task with three parts to it, or you had three items you to do in your tasks. Good, isn't it? So that would work. I don't know whether I would do other shapes. I could do triangles, you see, because I could have a square uh, cut across diagonally, and then you're meant to cut it out like that from the backing sheet. And remember, this is part of the relaxation of the thing. You're doing something creative. So before you have the task done, in this scheme of things, before you have the task done, and this is a common thing in bullet point journals, because look, I actually have a legend in the front of the other journal, I think, that suggests way of shorthand doodling things, right? Key codes. Look, task in progress, task empty box, task in progress, that task complete. So you could even on this background sheet, I can even show that idea. Um, put in a little what you call a legend with those three things in it: task, task in progress, task complete. To do that, and I prefer that style to this checkmark thing. So this is becoming a bit of a brainstorming sheet for me, I have to say. So and when I come off one of these journaling stints, I do feel I've achieved something because they really help me think through a thing in the amount of time needed, a nice slow amount of time needed to think about things. People emphasize speed these days, but there are some creative things that are actually a bit better to be done a little bit slowly. And I am very into this idea of slow living, which is apparently what it's called when you try and get into any task that you're doing. The idea being you get into a little flow with the task if you're really trying to concentrate 100% on it. Obviously, I am because I'm chatting away to you, but when you're enjoying the task, you're more likely to be right into the flow of it, and you're more likely to be doing um, better work, I think. So, tasks in progress. I am so happy that takes this sort of pen. Because what I was doing when I wanted to do this writing was doing the faux version, like I did up here, or I was coming along with these guys, these dual point pens. You can do copper plate with those and using those, but um, they're a thick-ish kind of a line compared to this. I always forget how to do my F, my small F, some way like that. This would drive, I realized this would drive some people crazy watching me do this. I apologize to those people. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying this is the way you have to fill in a notebook. Okay, so another arrow, just because they make me happy. So there's the task in progress. Um, this would be it in a to do state. And then if I do the filled in, so definitely I would use that idea. I would definitely use that idea in the next one, because I like the idea that you give the customer as much as you can possibly fit into the design, as many things. Of course, somebody's going to want that, aren't they? They're going to want something that they go, that's really good value for the money. I get loads of things with that. They're either going to want a lot of the thing or a really good quality thing with not as much in it, or, probably they're going to want a bit of both. That's not the right scale, but with the other one, the other half filled in will be. So yeah, probably the next thing will be a short video um showing me doing trees. I want to go out and draw trees with this. And I'll probably do a longer video, a field test video for the mystery item. That's a huge art upgrade for me. Life upgrade actually, but an art upgrade as well. Uh, I haven't actually shown you, how this works with color at all, but I don't want to wreck the theme of this being sepia. Right, introducing a big load of color, like you can see it in the other notebook that I have. That one is quite colourful, that page, isn't it? Yeah, and I didn't feel that I should just leave that design one without showing you how the stickers turned out. So I am pretty darn happy. And I think the last thing I'll do is treat myself to a bullet points smallest sticker. And I feel like the cat that got the cream today. When these stickers arrived, I was that happy. And my ink. I got another ink as well. This has also to be tested. Oh, hello there, Can Sing Along. You're actually just catching the end of it. That's the bad news. But feel free to rewind. I'm testing out some things and showing some new things that I got. Here's some Moon Palace ink that I got. That is an India ink as well. I'm testing out a Bombay brand sienna colored India ink today with my new stickers. I got the new stickers, and that's what this bonus live stream is about. I'm making a journal page with the first test stickers that arrived back. And I'm very happy with them. They don't need any design changes or anything like that. So when you rewatch the stream, you'll be able to see how they looked when they were still on the sheet. And then I worked through all my ideas for the stickers. And of course, I had to try them out myself and then talk about little maybe tweaks that I would do with designs on other sets of stickers. I don't have the fairy stickers back yet. Um, they'll be back soon. And I also, in this live stream, talk about my new mystery purchase. That is a bit of field kit. That's a huge art upgrade for me. It's a very exciting thing. And it's a mystery item. I also talk about the fairy party, and I'd like your input on that and whether you want me to have this fairy party or not. The fairy party, I'm having it anyway, but I don't know whether to film any of it for you or a little short upload or something. It doesn't involve art, it just involves life. And, to make art, you have to have experiences, don't you? So I'm going to have a beautiful little um, small bonfire in my garden pit on the 21st, hopefully the 21st, on for midsummer, for the fairies, to thank them for help with my fairy stickers, you see. And I'm going to toast marshmallows, burn a few little bits of uh, dry wood and leaves and things that I had in the garden. So it's kind of a garden cleanup as well as a thing. But that's going to be like twilight and just after twilight, and I'm going to get um, any fairy lights or camping lights I have around the place involved in that, and just sit and look at the fire for a few minutes, kind of thing. Toast a few marshmallows if I can get my hand on some fairy marshmallows, just to pause at midsummer. So, and this page is going to be a way of sort of um, memorializing my first ever sticker sheet, you see, because it's in my new bullet journal, matching bullet journal. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. How collectible is that? So, all I need now is to write a postcard to somebody. Yeah, if I wrote a postcard to somebody, I'd be able to stick a sticker on the back of it as well. I'd put a tiny sticker on it, a cow or something on it. So, and I was talking about the different size stickers. So this one is the smallest sticker. So that's a bullet point size sticker. So the functionality of these as well is something that I was taking into account. Oh yeah, there's also a bit of me waffling on about copperplate calligraphy on this. And if you want me to post a link I have there, well, I might post it anyway under the video because I have it up on the screen in front of me. A link to somebody's free tutorial about how to start doing copperplate calligraphy. I hope this finds you well, and that I don't know whether you're in midsummer or not, because we get people from all over the place at different parts of their year in terms of the seasons. So although it's midsummer for us over here in Ireland, it isn't necessarily for everybody. The cat getting the cream. That's me. Okay. And I actually have two cats because, like, there's the other guy getting the cream as well, but he's nicked it out of the jug. This guy has nicked it straight out of the milkmaid's pail, which is very naughty. And I also have, so I have two of the cat with the jug. I don't have two of the cat with the pail. There's only one of those. There are two of um the shepherd and shepherdess having their lunch siesta. They've completed their lunch there, although there's still a big sandwich left. But they've stuck the shepherd's crook into a little haystack, and they pull their hats down against the sun, and they're having a little rest before they commence work again. And the sheep have siestas as well. I discovered a while back when I was out painting them. And I have two sizes in this. You see, one is a heading size. That's a subheading sticker. So I'll probably put that in down here. So I might have been on for an hour already. Yeah, I'm 6 minutes over the hour. So I'm going to leave you and continue on with this page. And then I have instead of just leaving them on the sticker page and been afraid to use them and all this because they're my only example. I have had a go at them, see how they work. I know how the customer will use them. I know how sticky they are, um, whether the backing comes off easily. So I got to test them out, and I have a page which, if I'm ever talking about stickers again, I can show this product on. And as an artist doing design, that's what you want, don't you? And I'm going to have another lovely, maybe the hour after that, of sticking in things because I have all my fairy sticker prototypes, and I have to put them into, they'll probably go into my sketchbooks. I have a sketchbook to put them into rather than I'll wait for the proper stickers to arrive, and I'll probably make a bullet journal page out of them. I probably won't do a live stream on that because it's too, you don't need to see all this stuff. You just need to see kind of the quality of the stickers because if somebody else watching this was going to design stickers themselves, they want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about in terms of quality and everything before they go to all the bother of designing things, you see. So very pleased. And do look out for those videos coming up. Might be combined into one thing where I'm giving you hints all the time, you see, about this new item. Um, the new piece of studio kit, the thing that's real super exciting, can be used in conjunction with um, the expedition that I'm doing to draw trees. So you still won't guess what it is, but it's something exciting. And it's something that the girls and the fellas will also enjoy, because I have been doing very girly content recently. And apologies to the fellas, I know you're very indulgent with us ladies about girly content, and you actually like a little bit of girly content, but you don't want the whole channel to go totally girly and nothing there appeals to you at all, you know? So don't worry, I'm not a really girly girl. I'm just kind of a bit girly around the edges, and I have my girly fits, and then I haul my act back together and start mucking around in bad conditions again, and that toughens me up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to go off and do that, and thank you very much for dropping in. And yeah, go back, and if you missed the live stream, go back. And I'm probably not going to put chapters in this one, but it's basically just showing what the stickers do, and you know what's coming up next. Okay, so see everybody. I'll see you again, I guess, live on Friday as per usual. I don't really know what I'm doing Friday, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Bye bye.